This video looks at part B of your energy efficiency assignment, and part B starts off with a safety warning. So it's pretty important that you follow these. So you need to have an adult around when you're doing your energy audit, and you must turn off the appliance to the power, okay, for obvious reasons. So make sure you're doing those two things before you start this. So part B is an energy audit of your home. And what that means is that you actually need to go around your house and look at 10 different appliances. And you need to work out the power rating, so the watts of the items. Now, the assignment gives you a list here of potential appliances that you can use inside your house. What I did, I decided that I was going to do the same thing, and I looked around my house, and I pretty much chose the most obvious appliances in my house. So I've got my oven stove, my Omega clothes dryer, my air conditioner, my washing machine, my microwave, dishwasher, fridge, hot water system, TV, and vacuum. They're the most commonly used appliances in my house. And what you need to do is you need to look at the watts, and the way that you do this, okay, the way that you find out the watts of your appliance is on the back of your appliance, you will have something that sort of looks like this. Okay, it's a little information sheet. It gives you all the specs and all the information about that appliance. The way you work out the watts is that you find the amps. Okay, so in this example here, the amps, rated amps for this appliance, this is a freezer of some description, is 0.88. And what you do is you multiply that by the voltage. Now in this example, our voltage rating is 220 to 240. I've just gone with a value, bang in the middle, 230. Okay, and what you get is 0.2024 kilowatts, or 202.4 watts. Now you only need to do this if your appliance doesn't already give you a value or give you the kilowattage of the actual appliance. You might get lucky and it might actually already be on here, and if so, that's great. You don't have to do any calculations, but if it's not on there, that's the simple way of finding out the kilowattage of your appliance. So you need to go through and you need to do that for each of the appliances that you choose. Now, for part B, I made a little table just like this, okay? And I've got all my appliances right here. And what I've done is I've inputted the kilowattage for each of those appliances over here. And what I did is I actually did them from highest usage, highest kilowatt hours ratage, to lowest, okay? And that's what it actually asks you to do in your assignment. Rank them in descending order, so highest to lowest, okay? So it's important that you follow that instruction. Now, that is all you've got to do for question 1, part A of, or 1A of part B. Now, the teachers and the staff have very kindly developed a spreadsheet. And what you do is, apologies, with this spreadsheet, all you need to do, okay, all you need to do is you need to input your appliance, and you can see that mine is in the exact same order. What have I done with it? It's in the exact same order that I've got it on my assignment, okay, so I don't get confused. And all I've done is I've just inputted, don't worry about the rest of it, don't worry about all this just yet. All I've done is I've just put the kilowatts in this column right here. Now what this does is, for B, it says produce a column graph of the data collected in part A above. Well, if you use this Excel spreadsheet, okay, it will automatically generate okay, a bar graph or a column graph for you. Done. Copy, paste into your assignment. That is all you need to do for 1B. Now, 1C asks you to find out if your house has any energy saving measures. Those that save energy loss, such as heat loss, undesirable heat gain. Okay, so an example of that would be something like having double glazed windows. So double glazed windows can act as sort of insulation, prevents heat from getting out if you heat your house. It can also mean insulation, so insulation in your walls, preventing heat from getting out or the cool or in during summer. So you might have some appliances that have a high energy efficient rating, and that's those star ratings. And I thought I had one in here, but I might have deleted it. No, I did. That's those star ratings that you see on the front of some appliances, especially new ones, will all have these energy efficient ratings. So if you've got something that's sort of 4 or 5 stars, that'd be quite a energy efficient product. So that's something that you can talk about. You also can talk about any alternative energy sources. So you might have something on your house that uses electricity or produces electricity that's not on the grid. Okay, something that might go on your roof. So that's a little clue there for finishing off question 1C. Now, question 2, and this is where a lot of people are getting confused. This is where you need to actually come up with your or ask your parents for your house's electricity usage bill. Okay, because what you need to do is you need to use that bill to work out how much you're getting charged, your family's getting charged per kilowatt hour, and it will say on the bill. Now, where it gets a little bit confusing is that some bills have these things called tariffs. So you could have something called a peak or an anytime load tariff. Okay, you may have something also called an off-peak tariff. Now, what these mean is that sometimes companies will charge more for electricity during times where there's high demand. So, for example, between sort of 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. at night, when everyone's in their house, everyone's cooking, everyone's watching TV, the air conditioners might be on, okay, we get this really big demand for electricity. So some electrical companies will charge more per kilowatt hour. And that's what you need to consider on your electricity bill. My bill, I'm lucky. I took my bill, and I thought I had it in here, but I don't think it is. I am, sorry. Right here. Okay, my bill has what's called an anytime usage. And if I look over here, so this is the total amount of kilowatts. And if I look over here, I get charged 0.28028 per kilowatt hour. Okay. I also have this other charge right here, and this is very common for a lot of bills. This is a connection charge, which tells me that I pay $1.08 or $1.09 per day that the electricity is connected. You don't need to worry about this. All we're worried about is this value right here. Okay, so when you get your bill, that's what you need to find. You need to find the value per kilowatt hour. And if you've got tariffs, it might be worth asking your teacher for a little bit of help working out the tariffs. So, once you've got your value or your tariff, okay, you need to go back to your spreadsheet. So this one right here. And you need to put it in. So I've put mine in, okay, and mine's an anytime tariff, so it applies to every product all the time, and it's 0.28 or 0.28 of a dollar. Okay, so it goes in there like that. So that's all you need to do for 2A. Get your bill and work out what kilowatt hour you get charged. So 2B looks at the power rating. Now this is using a certain amount of, basically the assignment gives you some times per week or times per day that you might use an appliance, and you need to work this out. There is a part of the spreadsheet that says how many hours per week you use each appliance. So, for example, for my Bosch oven stove, I've got in here at the moment 21, but let's go have a look at the assignment sheet. For an electric stove, on average, it says that we use it for 3 hours per day. Now, the way I work that out is that there are 7 days in a week, and I'm getting charged 3 hours per day. That means I'd be using it for 21 hours per week. So I put 21 in there. The next one, my dryer. We go back, it'll give us our assignment sheet, will tell us, okay, that a dryer, water system, electric stove, washing machine. I think I might have used the washing machine as well for this. That if we run it 3 times a week, okay, and each time we run it for two hours, that's a total of 6 hours of runtime per week. And I've just come over here and I've put 6 hours in. And I've obviously done the same for washing machine there. So dryer and washing machine sort of go together. Now, you need to go through and you do that for every single appliance that you've got. Okay, that'll work out how many hours per week you use each appliance using the hours given to you on your assignment task sheet. Okay, now 2C says produce a pie chart of the energy use cost for the appliances listed. Now, so we've put our hours in, or our kilowatt rating in. We've put our hours in. Now, our hours will then, okay, we will get how many kilowatts over a quarter. A quarter is a quarter of a year, so that's what this value here is, 13 weeks. Okay, how many kilowatt hours are produced by that appliance in a quarter of the year? Okay, because each bill you get will be from in a quarter of a year, and that'll also give you a price, how much it actually costs to run those appliances for that quarter of the year, using this value here multiplied by this value here. So it costs me $275 a quarter to run my stove. Now what I've done is I've just added all this up, okay, all this column here up, and it gives me $667.41. So that's what my power bill should be for a quarter using these hours, okay, from the assignment task sheet. So for 2C, produce a pie chart. What have I done? Produce a pie chart. Once you enter this, enter the hours per week, enter the overall, it will produce the overall energy use of that appliance over the whole quarter. Now, using this value and this value, it will work out this value, and then it will automatically generate, this spreadsheet will automatically generate a pie chart, okay, which shows you which appliances cost you the most amount of money. And all you do for 2C is you copy this and you go over and you paste it straight into your assignment, wherever you're working on your assignment. So mine would be here. Okay, zoom out, let it load, and I would just go and copy and paste that into whatever part of the assignment that I was doing it. So D says calculate your quarterly bill, okay, by adding the running costs of all the appliances. So that quite simply is just going back to your spreadsheet, okay, and adding all these values up and taking that figure there. That's my quarterly bill. Okay, so 2D is rather easy. 2E, from the energy used by the appliances over a 3-month period, or the 13 weeks, okay, calculate your carbon footprint generated, okay, using one of the online calculators. So if you go to the back of your assignment task sheet, we've got this thing here. So 2 is an online carbon footprint calculator. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to load it up. Now, if I just scroll down, if you just ignore this login and register information, and you go down to electricity, okay, and I want you to have a look at electricity consumption. Now, keep in mind, this website works things out per year, okay, so we're looking at per year here. At the moment, if I go back to your spreadsheet and I take this kilowatt value, 2383, actually we'll just input 2383 straight in. 2383, is that right? 2383, 2383, yep. Okay. Add my electricity. I get this value over here, okay? Now this is my carbon footprint for electricity consumption or energy consumption in my house. And it tells me that per quarter, I'm producing 2.14 tons of carbon dioxide every quarter, just in my own house. So that's our carbon footprint value right there. So once you've clicked on your carbon calculator, inputted your energy consumption in there, you get this value here. And that's what you need to come and put it back into 2E of your assignment. Now, 2F says compare the graph of the power rating to the graph of the quarterly running cost for the same appliances and draw a conclusion stating which appliances are the most energy demanding in their normal course of use and which ones are the costliest to use over a 3-month period. So that basically says use this graph, okay, use both graphs and try and work out which ones are costing you the most money. Mine's pretty obvious, okay. My oven is pretty much taking up half my power bill for the quarter. Okay, so I'm doing a lot of cooking, and my stove's really expensive to run. So that's where most of my money from my power bill is going. Now let's go back to the assignment task sheet. I'm going to go through part C as well because it's quite easy and it's a research part. Okay, so part 1's looking at renewables and non-renewables. So this is where you guys need to go back and do some research. So find out if the energy sources powering your home are renewable, non-renewable, or a mixture of both. So our non-renewables are you're connected to grid power, just the main power that connects to your house. You're probably working off some non-renewables, and renewables, I will let you work that out. You can Google what renewable resources are and do a bit of a Google search and see if your house uses those. What factors that affect, so support or inhibit, the global move to cover our energy needs increasingly using alternative sources other than fossil fuels. So why aren't we going all to renewable resources? Okay, what are the political factors? What are the social factors? Why don't we just go and use all solar power or all wind power? Why do we still use coal? Okay, so that's what you need to think about in this part. And what are the positives and negatives of such change? So what's the positives and negatives of going to all renewable energy resources? And there are both positives and negatives. You'll be able to find plenty during your research for this part. So 2 looks back at your home. So energy future of your home. Suggest 5 or 6 house design features, so consumer products, appliance choices that have the potential to reduce energy use and increase energy self-sufficiency. Okay, so you need to look at different ways that you can change your house design, different ways that you can use your products or choosing certain appliances to reduce your energy use inside your house, and explain how you can achieve these goals. Okay, and that's pretty much the end of it. So in your actual assignment, or for my class anyway, the main word count is going to come from this part A, these 2 paragraphs, and also your part C. You will use a fair chunk of your word count doing just those 2 parts. The rest of this assignment, so the rest of part A where you have these tables, part A. So the rest of part A, you're going to be using tables Oh, sorry, this is an old assignment. Let's close this. This is an old assignment. This one here. So the rest of your part A, after you have completed these paragraphs up here, this question 2, A and B are pretty much done in this table. Okay, and C and D and E are all done in this table. Okay, I'm not really going to consider the tables a part of the word count because I just don't think tables should be included in word counts. So most of your words I will allow you to use in both this part, okay, and also part C, okay, because part C, if you look at these 3 little letters just next to part C, it says she. If you scroll up to this rubric, you will see that C stands for Science is a Human Endeavour, and it's a whole section that we have to mark you on. Okay, so you need a decent word count in that section. So guys, that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope it helps out a little bit for those that are a bit confused as to what they're doing. Please make sure that you are safe when you're collecting your information off the back of products and appliances. And if you've got any questions, make sure you ask your teachers.